Ben Heather here from Kingdom MMA, and I'm joined now by Bobby Bridgeman. Congratulations on picking up the victory today. How did it feel to go out there?
It felt amazing, mate. I've been training I lost my last fight to a brutal knockout within 30 odd seconds, and I took 8 months out and did nothing but train and work. If I wasn't at work, I was training. If I wasn't training, I was at the gym. If I wasn't at the gym, I'd be at work. So I took a long, hard 8 months to look at myself, picked out every fault I could pick. Obviously, I still got a few, kept getting caught by leg kicks in the fight. But it felt absolutely amazing to go out there and give it my best in front of my family, my friends, and funny enough, my pregnant missus as well. So it's a real good feeling.
Well, congratulations first of all on the pregnancy.
Yeah. I got to tell my brother now. Told him I'd tell him what I wanted to tell him after the fight. So, my dad knows, he doesn't. My brother's the one I didn't want to know.
Yeah. And you mentioned there last time out, you got knocked out.
Yeah.
And you took your time to recover. Did you take any time out the gym initially, or did you just go straight back?
I watched myself. I took a week out. And every day, about 30 times a day, I'd watch my fight and I'd pick out where I went wrong. Although it was a short fight, there is many, many things that I had to improve. Like simply keeping my hands up above my, like near my face. Because the boy cracked me with a cracking body shot. I dropped my hands, forgot to sit my hands back up, and he hit me with a head kick and flattened me. So there was a lot of things I could pick out just from about 30 odd seconds. And I just went straight back in after a week. Pummeled myself into keeping my hands up and all kinds of different things. So, yeah, I learned a lot. Yeah, I learned a lot from that.
And did you consider your future at all, or did you know that you still wanted to get back on? You just wanted to take a bit more time before the next fight?
I did have a long hard look about what I wanted to do from now on, because that put me in a weird place. It put me in a very upsetting place. I was very upset with myself. I didn't think I was good enough anymore. And then it took me a couple of weeks to reach my peak again in training. And then I got something called bottomed out, which is where I was just so exhausted, I just couldn't train. So I had a hard look at what I was doing with my life. And I thought, I don't know what else to do. I know nothing else other than fight and work. So I thought, I'm not going to give this up. And I told myself I am one of the best, youngest juniors in the country, and I'm going to go out there tonight and I'm going to prove it. And I did go out there and I did prove it to everyone that ever doubted me.
And how did it feel to be able to go out there and say, this is me, this is who I am tonight?
Right at the end, when I jumped up on top of the cage, I had a lot of people asking where I was before I started fighting. And I said, you'll see me tonight and you'll see me the best I've ever been. And I hopped on top of that cage, I blew a big ass kiss to my missus, and I shouted to the crowd, I'm back, baby. And I am back with some force. And I'm going to keep going until I get myself a title shot eventually.
And when would you like to get in and do it again?
As soon as possible. As soon as possible. I'm going to take a week out to let my leg heal. I'm going to take a week out to spend some time with my missus, because obviously training 7 days a week, 3 hours in the morning, 3 hours at night, we didn't get to spend too much time with each other. Bearing in mind I was working. So I'm going to take a week out training, obviously keep working, but keep going to the gym. I'm going to take a week out and sit with my missus for a bit instead.
And we're coming to the end of 2015 now. What are your aims and goals by the end of 2016?
My goal? It might be a long shot, but it's every boy's dream. I'm going for the title. By the end of 2016, I either want a title shot, and I either want to walk away with a title, or I want to say I fought for that title. By the end of 2016, my words, I will be in a title fight.
After the performance you put on there today, I think it's definitely a possibility. So
I went out there tonight. He's a very good stand-up fighter, as I felt with that massive ass leg kick he hit me with. He's a very good stand-up fighter, and I knew if I hit him properly, he'd stumble back and I'd have my chance to take him down. In the first round, when we were over near the cage door, I hit him with a big old hammer fist straight down the top of his face, which gave him a big old bulge on top of his eyebrow, and he went all starry-eyed. And I knew as soon as he went back to his corner, the corner would tell him to hit me with the biggest leg kick I've got. And he did, and it fucking hurt. But I hit him with the strongest power punch I've ever fucking hit anyone with, which damaged his eye even more, split his mouth, split his nose. I took him to the floor, and I worked him, and I worked him, and I worked him until he physically could not move, and I carried on working him until the ref pulled me off him. Yeah. And that was my goal.
Like I say, it was great to see you, and hopefully those plans go ahead next year, and we'll see you again in the near future.
Yes, definitely.
Brilliant.
Definitely, we'll see you next year.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Cheers.